the Macon County Farm Bureau, AAK Mechanical, the McLean County Farm Bureau, and Mansi Metal.
News time is 11 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Monday. Top of the morning from the newsroom of Regional Radio and DeWittDailyNews.com. I'm Seth Lawrence with this expanded local newscast brought to you by Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton, your Silverado headquarters, and we stream to Facebook and YouTube. Brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. This weekend is the annual May Days Festival in Clinton. It's an event hosted by the Clinton Chamber of Commerce and is also a fundraiser for the nonprofit. Executive Director Janice Peterson indicates May Days is on the Clinton Square this Thursday through Sunday with a carnival, food vendors, and entertainment.
May Days is a big carnival in downtown Clinton that's on Washington Street from Center Street to Monroe. There are lots of rides, food, all games, all good stuff. Extends up into the square with vendors, entertainment. We have a petting zoo this year, so a lot of fun stuff.
Thursday kicks the weekend off with a flag raising with the veterans organizations of the community. Peterson looks forward to the Clinton High School Thespians sing-off that night from 6 to 8 p.m. on the square. Then there's other entertainment going on throughout the weekend on the square.
Thursday at 5:30, we have a flag raising and the national anthem and kind of opening ceremonies, I guess you could say. We'll have the Boy Scouts there. The veterans are there. It's just a nice little thing near the flagpole by the fountain on the square. And then after that, at 6 o'clock, the Clinton High School Theater sponsors a sing-off. And there's anywhere from grades 3 on up to adult. And all these kids are fabulous. So you come out and listen to them sing. You can vote for your favorites. Fundraiser for the theater. These kids are very talented. If nobody's ever heard them, they're worth the hear. And then Saturday, from noon to 4, we will have a petting zoo up on the square that's sponsored by the 3 Edwin Jones offices here in town. So it's a company or a farm out of Atlanta, McLean. And so they'll be here. We will have Andrew's Family Magic again. He was here last year. He's at 2 o'clock on the stage. And then Saturday night is Douglas Willis, a local musician who will be there from 7 to 10 on the stage.
This year, Peterson has brought in a good variety of food trucks and vendors that will set up across the downtown square. She has way more food vendors this year than in years past.
We have a lot more than we had last year. We're going to fill probably I'm hoping at least 2/3 of the square. They'll be on the north side, the east, and the west, and then I'm not sure if we'll have to infringe on the south or not. They will start at 5 o'clock on Friday, and they will be there, most of them through Sunday. There's a couple that if they sell out, they won't be able to be back, which is fine. We have some nonprofits that are going to be there. We have some food vendors, more food vendors than we've had in the past couple years. I don't know off the top of my head what all of them have. Okay. They all are a little bit different from each other. I don't think we have any duplicates or anything. There'll be a good variety. Some of them have been with us before. Some of them are new. We have one vendor from Wisconsin that's been here several years now, has 2 big trucks. So we just have some good stuff up there.
Discounted wristband tickets are on sale now for the carnival over the weekend. According to Peterson, they sold out quickly last year, so they've doubled what they sold from last year, hoping that will be enough for this year's pre-sale wristbands that are now available throughout the community.
Each wristband will get you a 4-hour time slot of unlimited rides. Thursday night from 6 to 10, Friday from 6 to 10, Saturday from noon to 4, and 6 to 10, and Sunday from 1 to 5. They're on sale for $20. You're going to pay way more at the carnival, so you want to get them early. They can be purchased at the Clinton Chamber office. We are there usually 9:30 to 4:30 or 9 to 4:30 Monday through Friday. They can be purchased at Big D, Kirby Foods, First National Bank, Heartland Bank, and DeWitt Savings Bank. And again, they're $20 per wristband, and it's going to save you quite a bit of money. They're on sale till Thursday at 3 o'clock. We have 1,500 wristbands this year, and again, that's not as many as we could sell probably, but but that's what we have. So, but get them now while you can before they do sell out. We don't want that to happen again like it did last year. Firm's going to give you a coupon. You take that coupon to the ticket booth at the carnival, and they will give you a wristband that's good for a 4-hour time slot. Again, Thursday from 6 to 10. The ticket booth actually opens at 5. So the first hour is for the tickets that are purchased at the ticket booth.
Okay.
And then 6 to 10 is wristbands. Again, on Friday, the same thing. Opens at 5 for tickets, 6 to 10 for wristbands. Saturday is 12 to 4 for wristbands, and they take a break from 4 to 5, and then back 6 to 10 for wristbands, and Sunday 1 to 5.
We'll have more on this week throughout the week with Peterson on May Days for this year, which again kicks off Thursday evening and concludes on Sunday. For more information, visit ClintonILChamber.com or find the Clinton Chamber of Commerce on Facebook. Last week on Regional Radio, we heard from a Social Security expert regarding a new scam trend revolving around QR codes. Quick response codes, better known as QR codes, are a popular way to get information. They're scannable barcodes, often squares, that direct you to a website. Jack Myers with Social Security encourages verifying the source. When you hover over a QR code, you should see the site you're going to be directed to. Pay attention to the URL. For example, a Social Security QR code will always show you a secure page that has ssa.gov in it.
We want to tell people to be cautious of it and kind of help you figure out what you can do, right? So verifying the source is one. I already touched on that a little bit, but when you hover over that QR code, before you click it, just pay attention to where it's taking you. Sometimes you're not going to recognize that site, and you've got to just kind of think, okay, do I want to do this or do I not? If it's a QR code that we're using at Social Security, you should always see some form of our website in the link. So that's going to be ssa.gov. So you should see that as part of the link that it's going to take you to. So verifying that source is one thing.
Inspect that code. Myers explains that means taking a moment to look closely to see if the QR code appears to be stuck over the top of another. Look for signs of tampering or misspellings, even color mismatches. If something seems suspicious, do not scan that code.
Inspecting the code is another. So this kind of gets to that idea where I was talking about earlier, where they might slap a fake QR code over a real one. So there are going to be some visual clues if they've done that. Take a look at it, see if the QR code looks like a sticker, see if it looks like it's a little bit off. You know, maybe the print on everything else is a little faded, but for whatever reason, that QR code is still nice and bold and new looking. That's going to be a red flag. Don't click on that if that's what you're seeing. So again, physically inspect that and make sure that it doesn't look like it's been laid over the top of the original one.
According to Myers, be cautious of unsolicited QR codes that arrive via text or email. Social Security will never send a QR code via text or email asking you to confirm information. Additionally, be wary of urgent requests using QR codes. They may send you a fake QR code via a text or email to request payment.
And then when you get some QR codes in the mail or maybe text message or email, be cautious of those, especially if it says it's from Social Security, because we're not going to send you a QR code via text or email and ask you to confirm anything. So if you're getting that, do not do it. It's not from us. You also want to be wary of urgent requests that use QR codes. A lot of times someone who's trying to commit fraud may contact you, and they could be posing to be from Social Security or any number of different places. But they could be, if they're saying they're from Social Security, they could be saying that you have an outstanding debt or that there's a problem with your account, and they could demand immediate payment. Well, we're never, ever going to do that. We're not going to send you a QR code and ask you to confirm stuff or ask you to use that QR code to pay a debt. That's just not how we use those things. So if you're getting any of those sorts of things, just I don't want to say be afraid. I almost did, but be wary.
Yeah,
be cautious.
Be cautious. Yeah, be cautious for sure.
That's the key. Treat it like a link, because like I said, I think a lot of people have become aware that they need to be careful on the links they click on.
Mm-hmm.
the same is really true for QR codes.
The question becomes, does Social Security utilize QR codes? Myers confirms Social Security does in fact use QR codes, and a couple of examples are they use them on some of their publications as shortcuts or on signage at offices for mobile check-ins.
Well, one thing I will mention, Seth, is, we do sometimes use QR codes, so you might wonder, well, will Social Security ever use a QR code? And the answer is, yeah, we do in a couple different ways. One example of how we use them is in our publications. Sometimes we'll have QR codes that serve as shortcuts to part of our SSA.gov website. So, just make sure, again, that you're seeing that SSA.gov in what it's going to send you to. And, typically that's going to be something that you've gotten right off of our website, or you've gotten the publication directly from us. Another way that we use those is we have something we call mobile check-in at our field offices. So we have some signs with QR codes that will take you to our mobile check-in. Take a look at that. I mean, we don't really think we've got people coming slapping fake QR codes on our signs. We move them in and out every night, so that's not a real big risk. But, just kind of make sure you're paying attention to where that's taking you to.
Learn more about fraud and scams at ssa.gov/scam. If you've come across a scam including a fraudulent QR code related to Social Security, there's a link to report it to Social Security at that website. News time is 23 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Monday. Much more coming your way next on the WHOW Morning Show.
Baum Chevrolet Buick offers full transportation options while giving you peace of mind. This is Scott Baum from Baum Chevrolet Buick here in Clinton. This is what we do every day. We listen to you, give you options for routine maintenance, major mechanical problems, or collision repairs with a staff that's knowledgeable to find the best option for you. Baum Chevrolet Buick, your full-service dealer. See us at bombchevybuick.com right from the start.
News time, 23 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Monday. Again, I'm Seth Lawrence with you folks today for this expanded local newscast. The 2024 Illinois Invasive Species Symposium is set for May 22nd at the Champaign County Extension Office. Aaron Garrett is a natural resources, environment, and energy educator with Illinois Extension.
So we are going to be covering a whole different suite of invasive species. And so when it comes to invasives, we're looking at those critters, those plants, those insects that are non-native, but further than that, right? They're causing a huge amount of damage and problems in our environment. And so we're going to be focusing on those. And like you said, across aquatics, plants, and insects in this symposium. So our intended audience is more of our industry professionals, our landowners and managers, farmers, foresters, but then we do have a large group of volunteers too that this would be relevant to. So we've got a good mix of a little bit more research heavy talks and then a few that are geared more towards action that we can implement right on the ground with invasives.
Register online at go.illinois.edu/invasive symposium. The Illinois Department of Health has given out more than 100,000 free gun locks as a part of a partnership with the county health departments. Rayanne Tucker is with the Henry and Stark County Health Departments.
IDPH put out a press release last week about the free gun locks that we have available through the Illinois Department of Public Health. They've been working with the Veterans Crisis Line for about a year now, offering free gun locks. And what they did is these two entities, IDPH and the Veterans Crisis Hotline, made these supplies available to local health departments. So they started shipping them out to us because obviously we know that every day 24 Americans die by firearm suicide, 1 in every 22 minutes. The fact is we definitely cut down on the risk of unintentional firearm accidents by like 85% if there's a gun lock in play. So we're just reminding people about that because the state came out and they said, hey, in the last year in the state of Illinois, 100,000 free gun locks have been put out.
In Illinois, you can contact your local county health department and get as many free gun locks as you'd like. The latest social media scam is yet another phishing scheme designed to scare Facebook users into sharing their login credentials. If you're an administrator of a page or a group, you may have gotten a message that appears to come from Facebook and says something like your page is being disabled for violating community standards, but Better Business Bureau investigator Don O'Brien says you need to be skeptical with any message that promotes a sense of urgency.
The message also tells people that if you don't act within the next 24 hours, that Facebook's going to delete your account permanently. So, of course, you can see they're putting the fear into you. You need to act now. You need to hit this link. If you don't do it within 24 hours, you may just say, oh, I need to click this link and get this taken care of immediately. That's the last thing you should do. You've got to stay calm and really take a closer look at A, who did that email come from, and B, if this is legitimate or not.
If you click the link, you'll likely be taken to an official-looking page and prompted to complete a form to appeal the policy violation. You'll be asked for your login, email, phone number, name, and other details. The page will ask you to confirm your password when you hit submit. If you do, scammers will have all the information they need to hack your account and potentially sensitive information. Macomb is celebrating their connection to the landmark board game Monopoly. A special event was held last week, says Jock Headblade, executive director of Visit Unforgettable Forgotonia, the actual name of the Macomb Visitors Bureau.
So back in 1866, a woman named Lizzie McGee was born here in Macomb, Illinois, on this very day that we're speaking, May 9th. And she invented the game Monopoly. And when I came into the job here 6 years ago, I said we have to do something with this. At the time, just thinking, everybody knows Monopoly. This is going to be a great thing and help drive an economic driver to bring people into Macomb. But when we started doing more research and I found out more about Lizzie herself, we knew that we had to really dive into that story because the story that she has is a story that's so relevant today of this trailblazing feminist woman who fought against the injustice that women had. And she's really a folk hero now, and she had been lost to history. And now that's over. You come down to our downtown square, and there are places and kiosks all around and sidewalk slicks that have a QR code from a company called eAtlas who developed this game that you play through your device. And you use the downtown square, though, as the board. So you physically move around the downtown square as these dice roll, and it takes you to different places. And along the way there's trivia. You might stop in front of a certain store, and they'll go, hey, you want to know what this looked like 100 years ago? Or you move on, and there's some historian from a long time ago that comes to life through some AI and tells you a question. Even Lizzie McGee talks to you about this and gives you some trivia. Then they'll ask that trivia question a little bit later. You get it right. Not only do you move forward, but you win coupons for discounts and free food and that stuff from all the different businesses around Macomb here.
State tourism dollars helped fund the project. News time is 29 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Monday. Coverage of news is brought to you by Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton, your Silverado headquarters, and we stream to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson